Lattice player this morning talking to Chairman Simon Corney. Chairman, how do you see the start of the season?
Well, it started off to be quite a promising start. We went 5 games unbeaten. You can look at that two ways. You can either say that's a fantastic start, or you can say we only won one in the first 5 games. I think there's a lot more to come from this team. It's a very promising squad. We've had some terrible injuries, but all in all, I'm not upset with the way we started.
Early days, but there's promising signs. The gates are up in the first few games, programme sales are up, web-its are up, everything on the up.
It seems that way, and again, I think there's a lot more to come for the fans and for the team this next few games. So it is promising. There's a lot of good stuff going on behind the scenes, and I think fans are starting to see that. So all in all, it's a good picture.
It'd be therefore even more disappointing for you than not to have the stand up.
It's more than disappointing. I feel terrible. I feel terrible primarily for the fans that have purchased season tickets in the new stand. This is something which has really given me a lot of heartache because it's a project very close to me. And I now speak on behalf of the board when I tell fans how sorry and apologetic we are that we haven't got it open. This is the first time we've done something like this before. It's a major project. It got bigger and bigger as we went along. It was never meant to be what it's turned out to be. What we see before us is fantastic, but at the same time, it doesn't really give us an excuse to not have completed it on time. I think we are very close to it. I know we are very close to finishing, and it will be soon. And hopefully, we look back and say it was a blip that we have overcome. But as I say, I can't get away from the fact, Gordon, that I feel like we've let a lot of people down, and we are behind schedule.
And having started the season on fire, really, even though we'd only won that one game, we've now picked up a few injuries that are hurting us.
We have. Obviously, Cassidy, I think, is a big blow for us. Liam Kelly going down. I think the same thing happened last year when Liam was down for the whole month of December. We lost every game. Two key players for us. Carl Winchester was injured for 2.5 weeks, which is also a big blow, in my opinion. And generally, there's been a few niggles. Players haven't been quite at their peak. We obviously have. We're going to miss Jonathan Fort for 3 games, which isn't good. Not overly pleased with that. But that's football, and other teams will face that. And hopefully, we're getting our injuries out of the way, and we can kick on again.
Is there scope possibly to bring a striker in with these injuries?
We did bring in Big Stan from Leicester, who I think is a very promising player for us. Although he's had a tough week, he's played 2 games abroad. So we're always looking to wheel and deal. We may have to move 1 or 2 out. We've managed to keep the squad together. I think we pleased a lot of fans by not getting rid of our best players. We had plenty of offers over the course of the closed season, probably for 4 of our players, but we resisted. Part of that was because we thought we'd have a bigger income stream coming from the new stand. So again, that has actually affected us as well. We perhaps miscalculated, and I think it shows how genuine we were with the dates that we'd had promised with the new stand, by virtue of the fact that we had turned down offers on players thinking we wouldn't need the cash flow. But it hasn't turned out that way, and we have to battle and find a way to keep going. But as I say, it has meant that we have a very large and promising squad. I think sometimes you look at our bench and you think, wow, that's got to be one of the strongest in the division.
Looking forward to the positives again. Is the club in a better position than it was this time last year?
I think people can answer that for themselves. Look, we're going in the right direction. I'm a fan first and foremost. I know not everybody always shares my viewpoints. But at the end of the day, I want nothing more than promotion, playoffs, obviously the opportunity to play attractive football, score lots of goals and entertain the crowd. We all want the same thing. I do, the board does, the chief exec does, the fans do, the manager does. Everybody wants the same goal. It doesn't always work out like that. And we're continuously trying to improve across the board, both off the pitch and on the pitch. And I think we are in a good position. I really do. Not everybody would agree, and I get it. Fans want more. I don't blame anybody for wanting more. But it's a continuous battle.
Okay, to close, within touching distance of a new stand, it must be really frustrating for you, but the fans are important. Get behind the side, we can push on from here, and who knows what can happen.
Sure. I think I'm probably always saying the same thing, which is we have a phenomenal hardcore. They come and they support the team throughout thick and thin, a lot of them home and away, And without them, there would be no club. I know that, everybody knows that. It's the other fans, if you like, the ones that perhaps come more periodically, the ones that may only come to half a dozen games a season, they're the ones that we need to come back. The fans that are here week in, week out, they are the lifeblood of the club, and they know who they are. I don't even think they want praising. They just come because it's part of their DNA, it's part of what they do, it's part of what I do, and together we form Oldham Athletic. If the other people that don't come would start to return, I don't need to tell you how it works, Gordon. We get crowds of 6,000 or 7,000, we increase our budget, we have a better opportunity, and so on and so forth. It's something which a lot of clubs struggle with, not just us. I do always revert back to the fact that we are a club that has two huge clubs on our doorstep, and it definitely has an impact, whether we like it or not, whether people believe it or not. And there's not many Division 1 clubs that can say that. So I'm not bemoaning our luck. I think we are in a good position, but at the same time, it's we mustn't take our eye off the ball. We have to keep focused on what we're doing here.
Sounds like causing you sleepless nights, I hope.
No comment, Gordon.
Thank you very much, Chairman.